What I do think we have to get over is a kind of ideology which equates cooperation as in conflict with competition, as though the act of competition itself is a zero-sum game. What you lose, I gain. It becomes impossible to have any form of cooperation that way, whether it's political or social. And I've thought about ways that we might look at something in which cooperation and competition are melded together. And again, this is something not pie in the sky. Every sport team works that way, both internally and vis-a-vis the other players, other teams. So, there are large domains in which interdependence and mutuality are social realities. And the question is why they are so missing in our civil arrangements in the sociable realm. I'm trying to sort this out by developing some ideas of what I call dialogic cooperation. The word dialogic comes from the Russian literary critic Bakhtin. And what it really means is that a dialogic form of cooperation is kind of process rather than a means to an end. That you cooperate with other people because that's an experience you have which is ongoing, which is something that sustains your life, rather than cooperating with them in order to get something done after which you walk away. I believe as adults we can restore it with each other, but we have to practice cooperation in a certain form. It has to be cooperation which is dialogical, that is, which is a process that is ongoing, not a temporary means to an end. And this ongoing process has three kinds of skills that I see. One of them is a listening skill, which is basically understanding meanings that lie beyond explicit language. The second part of this is the use of this subjective voice, which leaves a space for ambiguity. And the third is creating social distances, which allow us to be together and yet be ourselves and be separate. And you can't write a law that says be dialogical, but I think in the actual practices that we make of cooperation, that trying to follow these three rules creates more of a social bond. It's something we can make in our everyday experience.